Hey, it's Joe Amoia, founder and creator of GPSforlove.com. Got a question for you. Would you date more than one guy? If so, why? If not, why not? Well, I recently received an email from one of the members of our community, and I'm going to read it to you. And it says, Joe, I recently met two men online. Went out with both of them a few times, no sex. Both have asked if I am seeing anyone else, and I told them the truth. I said that I would continue seeing others until I really got to know a guy and knew that there was a future there. I was surprised as both men said that when they meet a woman that they like, they concentrate just on her. One man respected my wishes and said he would wait and show me how awesome he is. The other pulled back and said he wanted to take a step back until I made a decision. He was pretty pushy about it. I don't think you can determine if someone is right for you in just 3 to 4 dates. I have no intention with sleeping with multiple people. I feel like I spoke my truth, set my boundaries, and I am not giving up my power. I believe the right man will show me that he is the one I should be exclusive with. Am I alone here in my thinking? I think it is unrealistic to expect exclusivity so soon. Your thoughts, Kelly? Well, first of all, Kelly, you may be alone compared to what other people think, but I think you were dead on, and what you did was 100% perfect. And let me explain why. You see, with these two guys, you explained your truth that I want to get to know someone before I jump into a relationship, which I think is absolutely the smartest thing to do. And what happened is both guys showed you who was a man and who was a boy. The first guy said that he understood and he respected that. And he was so confident in who he was as a man that he said, okay, I'll show you, which that's what a man does. Okay? Because a man doesn't have to rush into things. A man who is looking for a relationship says, we don't need to rush into this. Let's get to know each other. And ultimately, you're going to see how great I am. And if you don't pick me, well, then ultimately it's your loss. And that's exactly what the woman does. But with the other guy, with the boy, what he said is, you know what? I want to know a woman. I want to jump right in and I want to be exclusive. Well, you know what? Does he really know you? Does he really know that you're the special woman that he wants to spend the rest of his life with? Has he gotten, it's like a test driving a car. Has he taken you out? Not in a sexual way, but really saying, is this the one that I want to purchase? And unfortunately, this is where so many men and women go wrong. They're out 1 or 2 times, they get along great, and next thing you know, they have sex, and then they're in a relationship. And then 3 months, 6 months down the road, they realize that they can't stand each other, or they picked the wrong person, or now they've got these feelings, and this person isn't giving them what they need. So, Kelly, I think what you did was right on the money. And this is why I'm a big proponent of dating more than one guy. Now, just as Kelly said in her email, it's not about sleeping with. I do not believe in going there at all. In fact, I believe that you date someone and you ultimately get to the point where you say, I think this is the one, and then you jump into bed with them. And once you're exclusive, once you cross that barrier, then you're in the relationship zone. Now it's okay. We've crossed that barrier. Let's see if we want to continue. That's the smartest. That's the best way to do it. And if, Kelly, you asked it, if it's unrealistic to expect exclusivity too soon. I don't think it's unrealistic. I think it's smart. It's the best thing to do. If you want to protect yourself from getting into relationships too soon, jumping in with the wrong guy, and then ultimately realizing he's the wrong guy down the road, then it's smart to take your time to date a few people. Now, that being said, if you're dating one guy and there's no other options there, that's a different story. But if there are guys who are interested in you and you're just getting to know someone, there's nothing wrong. I always say you got to think of it like hiring someone. If you were a company and you were going to pay somebody $1 million salary, okay, you don't want just anyone. You want to make sure that they're worthy of the job. So you bring a bunch of people in for the interview. You look through their resumes. You bring them for a first interview, a second, maybe a third, and then if you think they're the one, then you put them on a probation period, right? Because it's got to be right for them, just like it has to be right for you. It's got to be a good fit for both. And so I say, take that approach to dating. Test drive a couple of guys, bring them in for interviews, take them out on a couple of dates to see if it's a good fit. Because as you're doing that, you're getting to see the red flags. Like with this second guy, who is the boy, he wanted what he wanted, okay? He was all about being pushy. Well, you know what? That's a huge red flag, because guess what he's going to do 3 months down the road, 6 months down the road, 3 years down the road? It's all about him. He doesn't listen to you. He doesn't value. Your opinion doesn't matter to him because he wants what he wants. That's a telltale sign of a boy. And the beautiful thing, within a couple of dates, boom, it's right there. And so when you're sitting back and you're standing in your power, you go, wait a minute. This guy is selfish. It's all about him. That's exactly how he's going to be in a relationship. So you know what? Roadrunner, beep, beep, I'm out of here. And now you've protected yourself from giving your heart to a guy who's ultimately going to let you down. See, that's the beauty of being able to date smarter. And that's why I'm a big proponent of dating multiple guys. Now, this is just my opinion. It's worked for a lot of women that I've worked with, but it doesn't mean it has to be the only way. I'd love to hear from you. What's your take? What's your experience? Do you believe in dating more than one guy? Are you comfortable with it? Do you disagree with it? If so, I'd love for you to share your questions, comments, and feedback below. As always, it's an honor and privilege to be with you. I'll see you next time. Much love.